Hi, I'm Mohammed Zohaib. Born and raised in Dubai, this city is truly my home. I began my real estate journey back in 2009 with EMA, and now with 17 years of experience, I can say with absolute confidence, just consultation doesn't cut it anymore. That's why 3X Capital we go beyond, offering not just consulting. Yes, we are the best in consulting, but also business setup, mortgage services, Airbnb, property management, corporate structuring, golden visa solutions, and even crypto advisory. We approach every client with a luxury concierge mindset, trying to ensure you receive seamless end-to-end support on every step of your investment journey. Welcome to 3X, a new norm in Dubai, where Habibi meets global opportunity. So in 2021, I came up with this word called the golden belt. Later on, a lot of agencies used the word, but I came up with this word. It was the coastline area from Dubai Islands till Peninsula. Are you guys aware of both Dubai Islands and Peninsula? I particularly emphasized on locations like Maritime City and Rashid Yassin Marina. Okay? Because unfortunately, that side, which is parallel to Deira, Dubai, and the border of Sharjah, has a stigma attached to it. Right? A lot of Europeans, Eastern Europeans, have a problem against, it is what it is, right? They consider it not at the same level. So, but then Maritime City was in Jumeirah 1. So that is why I specifically spoke about the Jumeirah 1 location. So that is from Maritime City, RYM, and all the way till Peninsula. Peninsula was the next ultra luxury destination, where Peninsula, the products were selling all the way up to 17,000 dirham per square foot. You have J1, where you had Sulaya. Miras is selling at 6,000 dirham per square foot. Now it's gone towards the 7,000 dirham mark. But my major emphasis was on Maritime City and RYM. Now, Maritime City, then, I think one of the first projects that came after a while was Markasa by DR. So that was selling at around 1,800 dirham per square foot. And even RYM was selling at around 2,200 dirham per square foot. Now, whole Maritime City and RYM has gone all the way up to 4,000 dirham per square foot. 4,000 dirham per square foot. In a span of, 3 years? So I spoke a lot about this particular belt, which is your golden belt, and gave us a lot of leads. Now, let's say the most hype project in Dubai right now is Palm Jebel Ali, right? So let's presume that it is the future most iconic project, the eighth wonder of the world. Everyone wants to live in Palm Jebel Ali, right? So Palm Jebel Ali, Trunk, Frond, Crescent, and you have this entire marina being built. A new marina is being built. Because the current Dubai marina is quite saturated. People are not the biggest fans of the construction of quality. JBR as well. Quality of construction is not the best in JBR as well. So this particular stretch, let's say Dubai and Abu Dhabi are sort of connecting, right? So I'm going to divide it into Dubai, Diamond Belt, Abu Dhabi, 3 sections. Why? Because this particular stretch from Palm Jebel Ali till Jurf, okay? So let's say Palm Jebel Ali to Dubai Islands will take you around 30 minutes, 35 minutes to drive, including the traffic, right? Palm Jebel Ali to Jurf is going to take you 25 to 30 minutes. Now, deciding on which location you want to live is your choice. Do you want to live towards the Sharjah side, or do you want to live in the Abu Dhabi side? Or if you further, then for that you need to understand Dubai infrastructure and Abu Dhabi infrastructure. What is Abu Dhabi investing into? Now, 2 major communities where people are investing into is waterfront and lifestyle communities. So now all the communities that you'll see, it's broadly into these 2 sectors. Waterfront, lifestyle. Damak Islands too, all the amenities, they had this library and they had these trading decks and tree houses. Why? Because everyone's into balance, wellness, work-life balance. Okay, maybe we can sit at home and work. So that's why people are more focused on lifestyle communities. And this is a big shift from, let's say, your products that were released from 2004 till 2021 and the products now. This is the difference. Waterfront, lifestyle, okay? These are the only 2 communities right now. Oasis, Grand Polo, the Mac Islands, all are lifestyle communities, and then you have waterfront, okay? So the difference between, one major difference when you're going towards the south, okay, in Abu Dhabi, okay, what do you think is special about Abu Dhabi? Anyone? Water is blue. Anything else?
Readable, lifestyle is more
peaceful.
Yeah.
limited, because now what does people connect Abu Dhabi with? Culture, exclusivity, ultra luxury, the Guggenheim, the Louvre, and even just Saadiyat Island in general, right? So people feel like, and then very limited supply as well, right? It's very exclusive. What's the difference between, let's say, a Dubai island and a Jurf? What's the difference?
Jurf is a master development, which is controlled by one developer mainly.
So
there's actually going to be a community around it.
Proper community, extremely limited supply. Now in Dubai Islands, we're looking at what, by 2030, we're looking at least around 10 to 12,000 apartments minimum. And villas, we are not sure, up to now around 600, 700 villas have been released. And then there are phases. So Island is going to release. I'm not saying that's a bad location. I'm talking about comparative analysis. Over here, we've got about 190 villas. So the whole master plan is by Imkan. Imkan is again semi-government. And they've got about 190 villas and about, I'm not even sure how many apartments, very, very less. I'm not know the exact number, but very, very few apartments. What else is happening in this location? I don't know if you've heard about Mira. Have you guys heard about Mira, the ex-CEO of Nakheel, Marwan Al-Kindi? He's moved to this developer called Mira. So he said he's going to build this futuristic city. So that's in this location as well. So there's so much development happening towards this side. So for me, this is like people with who are willing to invest in Palm Jebel Ali, okay? They are mentally prepared for a horizon of 8 to 10 years, or let's say 5 to 8 years or 8 to 10 years, depending on what the broker has pitched them, okay? But they are in that mindset, okay? There is a lot of there's so much infrastructure to be developed. So in this, we need to identify opportunities, right? So because, for example, so in a video of Palm Jebel Ali, what I did is I went on the Palm. I'm like, guys, okay, Palm is divided into trunk, Frond, and Crescent, okay? Now, on the trunk, if you start, there's a project called Azure. After Azure, you've got shorelines on your right-hand side. Opposite shorelines, you have something called the Golden Mile. You've got then some exclusive buildings called Tiara, okay? And on this U-turn, you have something called the Marina Residences. Marina Residences are connected to the mall, but they don't have private beach access. On the other side of the trunk, you've got, on the left-hand side, you have Oceana, again, beautiful project. You've got Fairmont Residences, a few hotels, 5, and then 1 Palm. Okay. Now, 5 to 10 years ago, you didn't know which building was the nicest building. If today you had the option, where would you stay? Now the nicest apartments on the Crescent. Serenia is a beautiful one. Ellington Beach House is really nice. So this is that situation. Everyone's running to buy it. Maybe they're buying a shoreline, where at the same price of a shoreline, you could have bought, I don't know, Serenia or Fairmont, There are 6,000 apartments coming over there. 6,000. And anyone over here, do you think 2 or 3 years down the lane, we can get something at OP? Do you think?
Yeah.
Apartments, or maybe villas, no maybe. Yeah. But apartments, do you think you can get at OP? Because why brokers have hard pitched, you pay 24% and we'll flip it for you. So I'm pretty sure now, can you get in Palm Jebel Ali at OP? Well,
villas, yes.
Villas you can get at OP. I've seen, Nakheel, those beach towers, Palm Beach Towers. I've seen products at OP over there. It's close to handover. Then why rush? But we are trying to invest into some product where we know that the value will rise. Very limited inventory. Some very important facts about Abu Dhabi is that just last year, Abu Dhabi sold products worth 92 billion. That is huge. It's huge for the Abu Dhabi market. Because Abu Dhabi never depended on real estate. This is a new vertical for them. And of that, around 32 billion was mortgage, which indicates, again, a very strong indicator. I've always mentioned that when you look into products, try and see how many end users are into it. What I love about Oasis is that you know for a fact that most of them are end users. One of the biggest changes in Oasis was that, so you've got your off-plan real estate companies and you've got secondary real estate companies, right? So secondary, your biggest companies are, let's say, Allsop and Allsop, House and House. Oasis, the first launch, the major brokers of Allsop and Allsop, they never enter the off-plan section. But why did they enter Oasis? Is because all your buyers for Dubai Hills, for Emirates Hills, Meadows, they're like, this is fantastic opportunity, right? I can save around 30 to 40 million. I might as well rent for a few years, it's fine. So understanding that ratio of end users versus investors is huge. So Abu Dhabi, the fact that there are so many end people want to live there. Now, I've had buyers myself. A few important points about Jurf itself is that there are very few projects that have access to the open sea. Okay, so the only 2 projects in the entire Abu Dhabi coastline, one will be Jurf and one is Saadiyat. Now Saadiyat, the rest, I'm not saying it's not open, but we'll be in this section where it's amongst these islands and all of that. Open sea. I'm just giving you facts. I'm not saying that it makes a huge difference, but it's just. So if I compare on the coastline, it's Jurf and Sadia. That's it. Access to complete actual open sea. And if you visit the sea today, we'll be visiting the product. It's just gorgeous. There's just nothing. I mean, it reminded me of Sinia. It was really nice. Recently, Palm Jebel Ali, there was a launch. Okay, there was a big difference between the apartment building launch in Palm Jebel Ali and Palm Jumeirah. Do you know what the difference is? What's the difference? There's a big critical red sign. You don't say. A big red sign, red flag in the. Huh?
It's on the trunk.
It's on the trunk.
Block. The block is on the trunk. On the front.
On the front.
Frond.
Yeah. That's a huge. It's so bad. It was on the front. In Palm Jumeirah, you don't have apartment buildings on the front. It's like apartment buildings on the trunk and villas on the front. Over here, the apartment building is on the front. Now in Jurf, okay, the apartment building is on a plot right on the sea. Nothing in the front. All the apartments face forward because, of course, palaces need their privacy. And then the villas are behind. So there's absolutely no. Now, this is a thing about Abu Dhabi's investors and owners' mindset. Because the government is a part of the whole process, you cannot mess with them. You cannot make a shitty product, See, there are loopholes because of the range of developers over here. I mean, even, like the nationalities in Dubai, even the developers are like, you can find from every nationality in Dubai, right? Over there, it's extremely controlled. So that is why even the product, even if you look at the floor plans, you cannot find a 500 square foot one bed, in Abu Dhabi. You cannot find, a 900 square foot two bed. You're not going to find that. Even the floor plans are meant, right? It's as of now, there's a big difference in the Dubai investor mindset and the Abu Dhabi investor mindset. A lot of people are really bullish towards Abu Dhabi, and that is why we need to study the products, to consult them, because as consultants, we need to understand we need to understand Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Ras Al Khaimah, Al Quwain. What are the differences? Where should we put in? Because see, Wynn Casino is a big factor, Etihad Rail is a big factor, Disney World is a big factor, Palm Jebel Ali is a big factor. Where should we be putting our money, as a consultant?